The top seeds back in action in mixed doubles here at the APP Mesa Open. Megan Fudge and Jack Munro taking on the qualifying pair of Ben Newell and Madalina Grigoriu. Fudge and Munro individually the top two medal winners on tour this season. Megan Fudge 20 medals in 2025. Jack Munro 17 for his part. They have been one of the most consistent pairings on the mixed double side. Have played every tournament in which they've both played together. And more often than not, they have made their way to Championship Sunday.
Yeah, they really only had one stumble this year, and that was Newport, where both the 1 and the 2 seeds.
Where it was a bad tournament to be the top two seeds.
It was a dangerous place to be.
They did come out with a bronze medal, though, in Newport Beach. They were able to salvage that. So a medal in every tournament in which they've played as a pair. They are going against Ben Newell and Madalina Grigoriu. Had to play their way into the main draw through qualifying. They took down Aiden Shank and Susanna Barr in their round of 16 matchup. That one went the distance. Where could Grigoriu and Newell cause some problems?
Well, Newell is just a he creates some chaos, right? He's going to flick, he's going to move a ton, he slides all over the court. So very easy to kind of get distracted by his movement. I think where Newell and Grigoriu did well in that quarterfinal or round of 16 to get here to the quarters, they didn't make a whole lot of errors. They weren't trying to do too much. They were just making Shank and Barr play, and Shank and Barr were the ones who were making those errors. Are Munro and Fudge going to give you those errors? Probably not, right? So you're going to have to work a little bit harder here, move the ball around, create some openings in the middle. But where Fudge and Munro really excel at is when you're trying to speed up through them or you're trying to put that pressure on. Unless you've created a hole, they're a brick wall. They're not going to let many balls get through, and they're going to counter everything.
Grigoriu pushes the first one long as Fudge and Munro get the first point. Do Newell and Grigoriu have enough to really make Fudge and Munro uncomfortable?
I would love to say yes. But in reality, we haven't seen Fudge and Munro be uncomfortable all year long.
No. Another point, 2-0 start. It's been back-to-back golds for Fudge and Munro on tour. Gold at the AARP Open, gold in Chicago at the end of August. Big put away by Newell. There is two forehands in the middle. Newell plays left-handed, so that's going to be a difference in terms of shot creation on the side of Fudge and Munro. Missed drive, second serve.
Yeah, good fourth there from Fudge. It was just firm, back, low. Doesn't try to do too much with it. Uses the pace of Newell.
So a quick side out, not what you want if you are Newell and Grigoriu going against the 8-time medal winning pair of Fudge and Munro.
And that's part of the defense right there. It wasn't the best speed up from Fudge. Grigoriu was on it, but Munro just too quick with the hands, and then he flipped that to where he was in control.
Crossing up Grigoriu, and we've said it once, we said it 1,000 times, do not test the hands of Jack Munro.
No. Unless you're absolutely blistering a ball and you can get it somewhat tight to his body.
Fudge trying to flick the backhand, sent it long.
Ambitious right there.
When you're feeling comfortable with a 4-0 lead to start, you can work on some things.
Well, it was more so with how hard she hit it. You know, if she takes a little pace off of that and goes for the shape, probably can keep it in the back of the court there.
Came flat off of the paddle, side out.
Both Fudge and Munro just getting a little loose the last 2 points.
You know it's fun to hit the ball hard.
Absolutely.
Grigoriu stepping across. Fudge was ready for the counter. Clipped the net as well.
0-4-2.
Ooh.
And a little laugh from Newell. He was going full send.
4-0-1.
Ben's wife, Yana, playing alongside Andre Mick in their respective quarterfinal. That's coming up a little bit later.
Good communication, good leave there from Munro.
It's a 5-0 lead. Fudge and Munro had a first round bye and then took down Andre Millett and Leah Tauber 7-7 in the round of 16. That quarterfinal with Yana Newell and Andre Mick, by the way, Randy Blanco and Jill Braverman. Winner of this one will match up with that respective quarterfinal.
Trying to figure out what's going on right now.
Ben Newell had asked about the beeping that was happening.
That was the sizzle lift over there. I don't think it was coming from within the stadium.
So we do have a referee timeout on court as
Trying to find out where it's coming from.
so they haven't changed the scoreboard here inside championship court. Newell's complaint was that it was beeping right as he went to hit his shot.
This isn't golf.
Time in. 5-0-1.
So it is 5-0-1. Oh, made the hard one, couldn't get the second. Why is that always the case?
You would think that's the hard one for Ben Newell, though.
Nope.
He hits that and makes that more times than not. Just a little too quick there on the flick from Newell.
It's a 7-0 lead for Munro and Fudge. Maybe the hard one, the flashy one.
7-0-1. Point.
Newell trying to get big in the middle, found the net instead. What's leading to these errors?
He's just a little late getting to the ball.
1 minute.
So all of these shots have been either level or just behind the body. So that makes it come out just a couple of inches short, right? So take it this way. If I'm making contact at my body and it's hitting the net cord, right? If I can take it 6 inches in front, now it's clearing the net and it's going down. So with Newell right now, he's just a half step with and almost a lunge where he's out of position. Part of that is because he likes to move so much. He doesn't usually have his feet set, so he's trying to change direction and go somewhere else.
Almost playing yourself out of points, as
Yeah.
that was a quick timeout. We know that Madalina Grigoriu typically likes to stay on court during timeouts, doesn't do a lot of walking to the towels. So it's 8-0-1 coming out of the timeout.
Time in. 8-0-1.
Fudge just so quick to counter and turn defense into offense.
And that's a good speed up there from Grigoriu. The issue is that she watched it thinking that that ball wasn't going to come back. She wasn't ready for that ball to come back from Fudge so she could secondary attack. And a good move there from Munro.
And it's a game point, maybe more so than against anybody else. You have to expect the balls are coming back when you play Megan Fudge and Jack Munro.
100%.
Second and final timeout taken here by Grigoriu and Newell. It'll be first serve coming out of the timeout. So Fudge and Munro, 2 opportunities to shut the door. And this has just been a fantastic example in this opening game of what we've come to expect from Megan Fudge and Jack Munro. It's clean, it's clinical. They're not trying to do too much. They made the back-to-back errors where they tried to go a little bit harder than normal for shape, but other than that, this is textbook.
Yeah, and like you said, when they had a couple of points in there where they just got a little hectic, they're kind of up easy. They're cruising, right? You can afford to be a little bit loose in those situations, and they're not a partnership where they're going to get loose and it's going to continue to get loose. It's going to be like, hey, yeah, that was fun. All right, let's reel it back in and go back to business.
I have a great sense of when's the right time to rein it back. Game point.
10-0-1.
It's a pickle to start game 1 here in our quarterfinal of our mixed doubles. Tricks not needed, but Jack Munro certainly has them. He and Megan Fudge cruising in Mesa.
People play pickleball for exercise, competition, or to hang out with friends. What your reason is doesn't matter to Gamma. What matters is that you play, that you enjoy playing with passion, and you have so much fun you can't wait to play again. At Gamma, we offer paddles perfect for all levels, including yours, because pickleball is about you, the player, and what feels right. Pickleball is your game. Make Gamma your paddle. Play to live, live to play. Gamma Pickleball.
Hello?
Hi there. This is Regional Power and Utility. We're calling you about an outstanding balance.
I thought I paid that.
You're scheduled for immediate shutoff unless it's resolved today. But I can help you make a payment right now.
Not today. Nice try.
Spot the red flags so you can protect yourself from fraud with the AARP Fraud Watch Network.
Welcome back to Championship Court. Megan Fudge, Jack Munro. One-way traffic in game number 1. Pickling Madalina Grigoriu and Ben Newell 11-0 here in this quarterfinal. Fudge and Munro 1 game away from moving back into the semifinal. They've captured back-to-back golds here on the APP Tour, looking to make it a three-peat here in Mesa. A better sequence, but the same result side out as Fudge and Munro get back on serve. And if you're Grigoriu and Newell, it was tough sledding in the opening game. How do they find more success in game number 2?
In reality, they have to move the ball around more. We just saw there with Fudge and Grigoriu going cross court, and Fudge just kept pushing Grigoriu back more. It's more about
Munro finding the empty space.
So calm right there. I was watching Newell's footwork, scrambling all over.
1-0-2.
Yeah, they can't feed Fudge and Munro just easy balls, right? It's not hitting the same. You can't hit the same spot 2 or 3 times. You have to move it around.
Newell trying to get himself pumped up. The issue for Newell and Grigoriu is, with the exception of that last point where Munro was able to score, there really haven't been a lot of elongated rallies. And again, there's been a lot of short into the net, a lot of sprays, a lot of mishits.
Well, and that's when Newell plays a little bit more aggressive. And like I said, coming into it, he's a little bit more chaotic. Grigoriu likes to stay in the point longer, but Fudge and Munro really aren't a team where, like I was saying, you give them the same ball 2-3 times in a row. Again, Fudge pushing Grigoriu back from the kitchen line there.
2-0-1.
Munro just getting big in the middle, easy put away. Better ball from Newell right at the feet of Fudge.
Well, that was the key right there, too. Closer to the feet. Fudge still got a good paddle on it, but it came out linear straight into the net.
Tried to step across. It left the line too exposed. And a timeout taken by Newell and Grigoriu. This match dominated by Fudge and Munro, and it's because of points like this. Our Gamma Live to Play rally of the match. You can have elongated points, but Munro and Fudge still find a way to win.
Yeah, but again, it comes down to, watch how much Newell is moving. He's trying to put some pressure on, but the defense from Fudge and Munro is making him scramble all over the court, and then just a nice little bump, little roll from Munro back out wide. If you're hitting the ball to them, to the body, every single ball is going to come back from Fudge and Munro. And they're going to put it in a position where they want to put it. It's not just getting the ball back.
Time is running out for Grigoriu and Newell, and yes, it's only 4-0 in game number 2, but they've failed to score yet in the match. Munro and Fudge have been able to go on elongated runs. So if you are on the side of Newell and Grigoriu, what is the next step? Where do you go from here?
Get lucky somehow. Hit a net cord. Throw up some lobs.
Take it however you can get it. Not with plays like that. Just a beautiful roll.
Oh, and that's where Fudge tried that flick earlier on and went out by a couple of feet because it was too much power. That one just nice and controlled, nice easy roll.
One of the few mishits by Munro today.
Newell getting fired up right there for the side out.
Got to find it.
Yeah.
Overhead put away, and the look of incredulousness from Grigoriu.
Grigoriu was like, please be wide. No, it was just inside the sideline.
Fudge cuts it just too tight, and Newell and Grigoriu finally on the board.
Crowd went wild.
1-5-2. Side out. 5-1-1.
Flat off the paddle into the tape, another point.
Yeah, a little unlucky there for Grigoriu. It peaked over the net cord for a second.
Decided against it.
Yeah. It's like, nah, I don't like the other side of it.
Missed return from Newell, 7-1, as the lead continues to grow. Step over from Munro, and you got the sense that something was going to happen as he and Fudge had some communication prior to that serve. So we talked about implementing things for the next step.
Yep. Well, I had the pleasure of discussing some stuff with Jack Munro at the APP Next event last week, and one of the things we talked about was sequences and understanding, and know where you're going with the ball and what the outcome's going to be before you actually hit it.
Another point. We have arrived at a match point. Second timeout taken here by Newell and Grigoriu as Fudge and Munro with commanding 10-1 lead. I mean, for all intents and purposes, this one looks like Fudge and Munro moving through easily to the semifinal.
Unless something miraculous happens where,
what's it going to take to beat them?
A meteor falls from the sky. And
barring a natural disaster. What's it going to take for a pair to knock off Fudge and Munro when they're playing like this?
When they're playing like this, it's tough. They can... They're dialed in right now. They're hitting their patterns. They're hitting their sequences. The communication's on point. They won gold in Fort Lauderdale, and I from what we're seeing out here, they're in better form from when they were there.
That's scary for the rest of the field, considering back-to-back gold medalists here on tour. They're serving for the match. 10-1-1. Never in doubt, Megan Fudge and Jack Munro moving into the semis with ease. The top seeds are on to the next round.
Don't worry.
Looking for ways to keep active and mobile? Try Penetrex. Penetrex is different than other products with no greasiness, irritation, or unpleasant odors. Made with unique ingredients, it's 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Penetrex, the #1 online rated joint and muscle cream.
Well, it was business as usual for the 1 seeds, Megan Fudge and Jack Munro. Moving on to the semifinals in convincing fashion, but first, they'll join Dorian Kraft courtside and Al Franklin post-match interview.
Megan, Jack, congratulations. Moving on to the semifinals, guys. That was about as dominant of a performance as you can have, 0-1. What did you like the most about the way that you guys played in that match?
We played loose. We played really creative and playful. We were laughing and smiling. It was not a disrespect towards Ben and Madalina. They've had a great tournament, so I apologize in any manner. That was not our intent, but we were just trying to have fun out there.
I know, Jack, all about the vibing today, but I also know it's been about the sequencing. You've been working on the sequencing, knowing the patterns. How did that come into play in your victory in this match?
Yeah, good eye. I mean, pattern's definitely different playing lefty-lefty. That's like difficult to adjust, and you could tell from Ben and my perspective, it's tough because you want to go cross, but then it's a little bit different. But I mean, yeah, felt free, felt really good, and yeah, happy to be here.
Well, the top seeds looking strong. We'll see you coming up a little bit later in the semifinals. Still 2 more quarters left here at the APP Mesa Open. Don't go anywhere.